What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Friday, May 19th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, taking a look at the tropics this morning. Yet again, as just like the past several days, no development is expected during the next 7 days. As you can see, we do have an upper level system around the Baja California area that is sharing the Eastern Pacific. Look at all this moisture that is coming across Mexico. Expect some wetness over there. Other than that, as you can see, nothing across the intertropical convergence zone to be worried about. As we get into the Gulf of Mexico and Caribbean, it is clear, dry as it can be. Even as we head on out into the central and deep tropical Atlantic, pretty dry. Have a wave coming here off of Africa, but that is pretty far to the south. We'll not have to worry about that anytime soon. And as you can see here, you guys coming in closer to the United States, you can see we have high pressure here sitting off the northeast United States. With here's that low pressure that I was talking about yesterday off the Carolinas that's moving slowly to the northeast today. Won't have to worry about development out of that system, just some very wet weather for parts of the Outer Banks, you guys. And as you can see, we have another system coming here across parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, bringing in some heavy showers and thunderstorms at the moment, and that line extends all the way up along that front into the Chicago area. We do have some showers and maybe some rumbles of thunder extending on into parts of Michigan here, you guys. Now, what we're going to do, if you haven't done so already, you guys, be sure to subscribe here at your Weather on the Fly so you can stay up to date and weather aware as the Storm Prediction Center and the National Hurricane Center comes out with updates. I have them posted here right here at your Weather on the Fly. You won't miss a beat when it comes to the updates, you guys. We're going to take our quick 10-second intermission while I get these plots off so we can get into today's video. All right, don't forget the lightning, you guys. All right, here we go. All right, let me get to it. All right, you guys, and as you can see here, general thunderstorms possibly across the Pacific Northwest, the western United States, getting on into parts of the desert Southwest here, extending eastward, parts of the Rockies here in Denver. Around the Denver area, could see some showers and thunderstorms. Heading even further east up into Illinois, Michigan, the Ohio Valley has a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. And as you come on down towards the southern United States, central Gulf Coast region, Florida Panhandle Peninsula, and parts of the East Coast here with South Carolina and North Carolina with that low pressure system. But the main threat here today, you guys, will be the slight risk the Storm Prediction Center has for most of west central and northeast Texas here, which does include Midland, Abilene, San Antonio, Waco, Dallas, Shreveport, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Fort Smith here, you guys. All you guys are under this slight risk. Memphis, you are under a marginal risk for severe weather today. As we look at the probability, we have a small 2% chance here across parts of southeast Oklahoma, west central Arkansas, and extreme northeast Texas here for a potential of a tornado or two to spin up here. So we will be on the lookout, you guys, for later on this evening. Hail threat across the slight risk. There's a 15% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter, you guys. That does include the Dallas area, Killeen, and Midland here, you guys. As we go to the wind probability, there's a 15% chance of winds pushing 55, 60 miles per hour with gusts up to 70 in this slight risk area. And there's a 5% chance in the marginal risk, which does extend from parts of New Mexico all the way to Memphis, has a chance of seeing these strong locally gusty winds. No significant hail, no significant tornadoes, and no significant wind. So that's always good news, you guys. As we take a look here at the HRRR to see just how all of this is going to play out as we go along the next 48 hours. All right. And we're going to start here at 12 o'clock at your Weather on the Fly, you guys. 12 in the afternoon. All right, and as you can see, by 12 in the afternoon, we have our low pressure off the Carolinas, giving them some nice soaking rains here along the coastal areas. We're going to have that heavy cluster of showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder here across parts of Kansas and northern Oklahoma around the noon hour, with that frontal boundary extending through Missouri, Illinois, and on into Michigan here, you guys. Other than that, it's pretty quiet as far as the noon hour. As we go to 4 p.m., All right, as we go to 4 p.m., you can see it here along the outer banks. We still have some showers and thunderstorms going on with that low pressure system. Daytime heating showers are starting to pop up here, maybe across extreme southeast Louisiana, southern Mississippi, Alabama, and parts in the Florida Panhandle and Peninsula here, you guys. Look at these cells that may be starting to pop up here across parts of northern Arkansas. We have to be on the lookout for some locally gusty winds and some hail, you guys. So we will be on the lookout for 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter will be possible. And look at the heavy rains here that's going to be increasing in coverage here across parts of northern Indiana, extending into central and southeast Michigan, you guys. And still look here across parts of central southern Missouri, extending on into Kansas and Oklahoma. As we move to 8 o'clock, you guys, all right, as we get into the evening hours, you guys, look at across Florida. You have the daytime heating showers and thunderstorms, maybe even a few little cells here across parts of southern Mississippi, Alabama, southeast Louisiana. But other than that, here's the trailing cold front coming out of Michigan. It's starting to enter northwest Ohio with some of these showers, maybe a possible rumble of thunder, extending on through central southern Indiana. Same here, going across southern Illinois through southern Missouri. And then look here as the cells start to intensify across parts of Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, now getting into the Dallas Fort Worth area around the 8 p.m. Around 8 p.m. this evening, extending on into Midland here, you guys. These cells have the potential to be producing some hail and locally strong gusty winds, you guys. With across parts of southeast Oklahoma and Arkansas, with these cells, you have a chance of a tornado or two to also develop, you guys. So we will be on the lookout as the nighttime starts to fall. Here, going into the overnight hours, we will still have some nice clusters of showers and thunderstorms here across parts of central Texas. Here go another cluster of showers and thunderstorms across Arkansas, the Memphis area, getting into western Kentucky here during the overnight hours with this front, even extending into parts of central eastern Ohio. Now going to be starting to move into parts of western New York and Pennsylvania here as the overnight hours go along, you guys. And as we go to 7 a.m., and that's going to segue us into convective outlook day 2, which will be for tomorrow. And as you can see here, you guys, we do have a general thunderstorm risk for parts of the whole eastern United States. Now, you guys, we do add the city of New York, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, all these areas with this cold front that's going to be coming through the area will have a chance for some thunderstorms along the eastern United States. Here again, along the Pacific Northwest and desert Southwest, we will have a chance. We do have a marginal risk here for parts of extreme deep South Texas, and we also have a marginal risk coming here across parts of eastern Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and parts of the Florida Panhandle. This does include New Orleans and Ocean Springs. As we check the probability, as of right now, no tornadoes are expected for tomorrow. That is always a blessing and good news, but we will have our eye out just in case an isolated one pop up. Hail probability has a 5% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter across these marginal risk areas across deep South Texas and the central Gulf Coast and southern U.S. We go to wind probability, the same as the hail, 5% chance of winds pushing 55 to 60 miles per hour with local gusts of 70, and the same here across deep South Texas. As we continue to HRRR out to see how these storms are going to play out through Saturday, you guys, as you can see, by the time we get to the noon hour across Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, on up into New York, Pennsylvania, look here across Massachusetts, we're going to have some showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder going on. Across northern Alabama here, some of these cells will be stronger, could be producing some hail and locally gusty winds. We move to 4 o'clock, you guys, in the afternoon on Saturday. Let's check and see. All right, as you can see here, we have the western United States littered with showers and thunderstorms, you guys, as well as the eastern U.S. here with this front moving on through parts of New York, Vermont, Maine, as I was saying earlier, you guys. So we'll be on the lookout for some wet weather here across the Northeast for Saturday. As we get on into parts of northern Georgia, the Atlanta area, Alabama, north central Alabama, around the Jackson, Mississippi, getting into the Hattiesburg area. We're going to have these cells popping up that could be producing that hail and damaging winds. So, like I said, we'll be on the lookout. As we get to Saturday evening, 8 o'clock, you can see this funnel boundary starts to sag a little further to the south here. And now we can start to see some of these showers across southern Louisiana, extending on into parts of south central Alabama, where this looks like the most heaviest of this cluster of showers and thunderstorms is going to be at, you guys. We move on to the overnight hours. As far as the HRRR will take us out, which will be 1 a.m. Sunday. And as you can see, we may still have some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder going on across parts of Georgia, eastern Tennessee, even parts of North Carolina and Virginia. Look at the showers and thunderstorms starting to move out of the New York City area as we go into the overnight hours on Saturday going into Sunday. I'm about to forget the days again, you guys. And look here, may even have a cluster of showers and thunderstorms moving across parts of the Texas Panhandle during the overnight hours on Saturday. Now that's going to segue us to convective outlook day 3, which will be Sunday. And generally, we just have a marginal risk for severe weather here up across parts of the Pacific Northwest, Baker City here across parts of Oregon, Idaho, you guys. We'll have that slight risk. I'm so sorry, you guys, not slight risk, marginal risk for probably most likely some possibly damaging winds will probably be your threat here across parts of the Pacific Northwest. But other than that, we will have a general thunderstorm risk extending all the way down into the southern United States. So, you guys, if you haven't done so already, be sure to share, like, and subscribe so you can stay up to date and weather aware during this hurricane season. That's going to be it for this one. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.